Now I'm going to talk you through the Align tool within After Effects. So first off, I'm just going to delete these three objects. So I select the layers and hit delete on my keyboard. Now Robin has no layers. So now let's make 3 circles. So first off, I'm just going to get the ellipse tool. So I hold down, click and hold down, and then I get the ellipse tool, and now I can hold down in my comp. If I hold down shift at the same time, as you can see, perfect. It draws a perfect circle. Once again, the anchor point is not where I want it to be, so I'm going to click on my actual layer, go to the anchor point tool, and then if yours looks like this, obviously make sure that you've got your layer actually selected like this, and then I'm just going to drag that up to the center there. I'm going to rename this, so I select my layer, hit enter, and type in circle 1, and click off that. Just going to toggle that down there, so as you can see, I've just got circle 1, my anchor point's bang on in the center, and I've only got one of them so far. So now I can actually duplicate the circle. I can press Control if you're on a PC, or Command if you're on a Mac. So Command D duplicates it, Command D duplicates it. So now I have 3 circles, identical circles within my composition. Now if I try and move my circles, it doesn't actually work, and the reason is because I'm still on the anchor point tool. So I can move the anchor point, which I don't want to do, so I have to make sure that I am now on my actual selection tool, which is V on the keyboard. So now I can drag down using the anchor point. As you can see, I can drag this down. So I actually want these to be aligned, and which I can kind of eyeball it, but then I want them aligned into the center of my composition. So about there and there, but there's actually a tool within After Effects that does that. So if I cannot see the tool that I want, I go up to the window here. So I'm trying to find the Align tool, which is actually here, right in the right hand side. But if I go window, and then if I click on Align again, even though it's got a tick next to it, it actually comes up here. Now as you can see, I can't actually click on anything because I haven't got anything selected. So I'm going to select all 3 layers. There's numerous ways of doing this. I can actually click on one, hold down shift, click on the other 2, and as you can see it's selected down here. Or I can go into my layer panel, which is down here, and I can actually draw a box. So I'll click and drag, and there you can see I've selected all of them. Now there's different ways that we can align. We can align to selection, so we can actually align it to the only things that we've actually selected. So first off, let's do that. The top one just does it here. So align horizontally, so let's click on that, and as you can see they're all perfectly lined up. If I do this align vertically, as you can see, they all go on top of each other, which is what we don't want. So to go back, we can go to Edit, Undo, or as you can see here, Command and Z. So Edit, Undo, and let's go back to there. Now, we can also distribute our layers. As you can see, there's a little bit, I'll make it more pronounced here. So look, if I go that one really close to there, and let's select all my layers again, as you can see, they're not perfectly distributed. That's why the distribute layers panel's down here at the bottom. So if I go distribute vertically, so they're all vertically on top of each other, so let's click on that. And as you can see, they're perfectly aligned with each other. They've got the same distance in between each one of them. Now, instead of selection, I can also click on composition. So that's the whole window. Now it's going to do it with relation to the whole window. So let's have a look what happens if I click on that. So composition, let's line them all up, bang up to the center. So now that was only a little hop there, but they are actually now aligned to the center. I can actually link them to the side of the composition. I can link them to the other side of the composition. Now let's go back to the center there. So now they're all in the center. If I go to the center there, as you can see, they all bounce up to there. So that's how you use the Align tool.